Welcome to our Saturday morning. Justin was up bright and early getting started on breakfast. I was still getting ready. He is definitely the breakfast guy around here. He always does a really great job on breakfast. So he was making us a sausage hash brown casserole. He was starting by chopping up an onion, and he's going to cook that with the sausage that he is browning. This was also a good recipe for us to use up some of the eggs that we have. So I think we used a dozen eggs in this recipe. And I thought I would show you how we check our eggs. So we store our eggs at room temperature. When we bring them in from the coop, we don't wash them. If you leave the bloom on them, you can store them at room temperature for a couple of weeks. So we had some that had been sitting there a while, so I wanted to make sure that I checked those, and I'm just washing them off and putting them in some water. If they sink, they're good. If they float, those are the ones that we don't use. If they float just a little bit, they're still good. They're just not quite as fresh, but they're still good to use. And I'll show you an example here in just a minute of one that is sinking and one that is floating. But I was just giving these a good wash and getting them checked. It's been really fun and beneficial having our own eggs, and I love seeing all the different shades of brown that we have. I figure in a few months, it may not be till spring, some of our Easter eggers and olive eggers will start laying as well. But we've had all different shades of brown, and I just love it. I think they're so beautiful. So like I said, we store ours at room temperature. You could put your eggs in the refrigerator and keep them for a few months, but they will stay at room temperature for a few weeks. All right, like I mentioned, let me go ahead and show you a little clip where you can see the difference of an egg that's floating and an egg that's sinking. Justin cracked those eggs and whisked those up real good. He also seasoned them. I think he used salt and pepper and garlic powder and onion powder. He also used some Cajun two-step, which we've really been enjoying lately.
Put that on a cracker, dude.
Alright, so he's going to get that all whisked together, and then he'll start adding in the rest of the ingredients for this sausage hash brown casserole. He's going to put in a whole bag of shredded hash browns, and then he's going to add in his meat and onion mixture, that sausage with the onions. Then I wish I had had more cheese. I thought I had more shredded cheese. We had about a cup to add in. I wish I had 2 cups to add in here and then more to sprinkle on top, but I didn't, so we made do with what we had, and it was delicious. But like I said, wish I had a little more shredded cheese. He's going to go ahead and put that in our greased baking dish. We had our oven preheating to 375, and we baked this for about 50 minutes. You'll get to see it here in just a minute when it's done. Yeah, and like I said, didn't have any shredded cheese for the top, so we made do and used some sliced cheese, and it worked out okay. But next time, I'll make sure I have plenty of shredded cheese.
Hey, y'all. Let's see about my friends. I don't have friends. I got chickens.
Welcome to our weekend. It is Saturday morning, and Justin got up and started on breakfast while I was getting ready. I think Audrey and I are going to go to a fall bazaar that a local church is doing, so we're going to run out there here in just a little while. But there's some other things going on today. So he fixed us a great breakfast. We're experimenting with the cheese on the top. I thought I had more shredded cheese than I did. We're going to see how that turns out. Chickens everywhere. Justin's letting the chickens out, and they are loving life right now. I think we're also going to try to plant some garlic today. Probably should have been done about a month ago, but y'all, we had the flu about a month ago. Nobody wants to plant garlic when you have the flu. It'll be okay. Our temperatures have actually warmed up a little bit. You want it to be warm enough that it kind of gets itself established, because it's going to be in the ground all winter into spring, and we're actually going to plant it in its own spot, so we'll probably leave it until late spring. So we'll be fine. We're going to try to get our garlic in the ground today and just bring you along for our weekend. We're going to take these eggshells out to the chickens too. We crush them up a little bit and go ahead and feed them to them. I know some people say don't do that. They'll start pecking at their eggs and eating their... We've not had a problem with that. And this is a little extra calcium for them. So we're going to crush these a little bit and take them out to the chickens as a treat. We don't do it all the time, but every once in a while. Outside the store, me and you. Audrey ran in to get us a drink. All the boys are with Justin. They had to take some new Sunday school books to the church. They were going to go by his mom's, I think, and take her basketball schedules. And Audrey's with me. We're going to go to this other church that's having, I think they're calling it a fall bazaar. And they've got a few vendors. We're doing some raffle tickets on rocking chairs. What else? I think they've got some baked goods for sale. Maybe, I don't know. We're gonna go check that out, and she's headed there with me. And then, like I said, all the boys are with Justin on this Saturday morning. The breakfast was very good, very good. I wish I'd had shredded cheese for the top, but what we had, we used what we had. We made it work, and it was very good. We're definitely gonna be making that more often. Came out of the church and the little fall bazaar that they had going on. We probably should have come earlier. It's so serious. Because the vendors, like the shirts and things, they'd already sold a bunch of them, but they were cute, and I found their pages so that if we want to order some, we can. But we did get a couple things. I got some Young Living lavender chapstick lip balm, and then we got a basket. You want to show them? That we can carry out to put eggs in and bring them back in the house, because the kids have just been using like a old sand bucket. Is it a sand bucket? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that'll give them something to actually take out and put the eggs in and bring them back in the house. So I was excited to see that, and it's handmade, so it's super special. Oh, the car's dinging at me, but it was talking about this basket being handmade and how special it was. Like, look at this right here. It even has the little, it shows when they made it. Isn't that neat? I love little details like that. gonna get garlic in the ground. Like I said, probably should have done this a few weeks ago. Normally we would have, but being sick and just different stuff going on, we didn't do it. So we're doing it now, and it's gonna be okay. If you've not planted garlic, plant some garlic. You can go to the store and buy heads of garlic, pull those cloves apart and plant them. You can order them from seed companies and those kinds of things too. The garlic that we're going to be planting, somebody actually years ago, I don't even know what variety it is, years ago gave some to my pawpaw, and he would plant it, and he don't even eat garlic. He would plant it for us, and we would, plant it in the fall, pick it in the spring or summer, and just keep that cycle going. And so we have some of that same garlic that we're going to plant here. It is the first time we've ever planted it here. It's the first time we've ever had a garden here on this land, and we've learned just from this fall garden that we have here where the soil is better. So we're going to put the garlic here at the front, and then it'll be there all winter and into the spring. We're also going to plant some stuff where we've pulled up the things that the frost got to, those cucumbers and the beans. We'll probably plant maybe some more carrots, some more lettuce. We'll see. The temperatures have gotten a little bit warmer here, so I think everything will have time to get good and established. When are we supposed to have a frost again? Don't even know?
Yeah, I don't know.
So I think we'll be good. Let's get some of this stuff in the ground. You see right here with our turnip greens what I was talking about, how these up here at this end are doing better than the ones down there. And we'll just, in the future, we're just going to have to adjust for that and put the amendments in the soil that it needs. But we knew, even from when we were having some soil tests done when we were moving here, that the closer you get to the front, the better it's going to be. I just didn't realize it would make that big of a difference, even in a spot this size. Did you?
Up closer to the trees is going to be thinner, so just going to have to work it. You eventually have soil you can grow all over in.
We're gonna go ahead and finish this row of carrots out too. We did have some cucumbers down here at the end, but since they're gone, we're gonna finish this row out. As Justin was tilling where we're going to put the garlic, you put some of that, the old bedding from the chickens in here, didn't you?
Yeah.
Some natural fertilizer. We cleaned out the chicken coop a couple weeks ago, saved some of that to the side, and he tilled it in while he was tilling the ground right here. On your garlic, what you're planting is the actual, like the clove. I've got some that are a few different sizes. You don't want to pull that paper off the outside of it like you would if you were going to cook with it. You're going to leave that on. I've got some that are huge, like this right here, and that's just going to go in the ground. Then all the others I have are smaller. We're just going to put some holes in the ground and put this garlic in, just like that. Cover it up.
What is all this?
Artichokes. Well, yeah, I guess we could do that. We can do 3. That'll be spaced pretty good. Yeah, let's do that.
One more 6 inches, but
No, that'll be fine. That'll be good. Justin went ahead and pulled the rest of our radishes. Huddy's been out here picking some, and Audrey, me. But this is what was left, and he went ahead and picked them. These are they're called breakfast radishes, and they did so good. They're like a long radish. It's the first time we've ever planted these, and we've really enjoyed them. Now, we've just been eating them fresh. I was going to roast some, and I just haven't yet. Maybe we'll do that with some of these. But, and it could be the cooler weather making them taste not quite as spicy as a summer radish, or it could be this variety. I'm not sure. But they've been very good. To finish our evening, we took the big kids to the movies, and Wyatt stayed with my mother-in-law and father-in-law, which was a huge blessing. It gave him time to be with them, and them time to spend with him, and us an opportunity to take the big kids to do something that, you know, a lot of times there's certain activities when you have a baby or a toddler that you just don't do because it's easier not to, but they enjoy the movies, so I was happy we were able to take them. I'm showing you a few clips inside of my mother-in-law and father-in-law's new tiny home. Y'all, it's gorgeous, and she said I could come in and do a video and show it all to you, so I'm getting excited about that. I know y'all will enjoy it because y'all, it's gorgeous. I was just blown away by how beautiful it was. So like I said, we took the big kids to the movies, and Wyatt got to spend some time with his grandparents. It was a great evening. We're gonna go ahead and close this one out. We'll see you in the next one. We love you. We appreciate you. Bye, y'all.